long distance with like someone for like 5 years, dude. I still don't know what his phone
Have you
passcode
cheated?
is. Huh?
Have you cheated?
You should ask
We're going
him.
for a short break.
Hi guys, welcome back to This Is Not a Podcast. This is our 5th episode. Last time you guys had a complaint that I breathe too heavy, so I'm not going to be breathing in this episode. Shamini and I had a huge fight right now before this podcast recording.
You fought. I didn't do anything.
So I will not be talking to her this entire episode.
Thank God for that.
I'll
It's
only be
only a
talking-
podcast where
I'll
no
only be
people are
talking
now going
directly
to
to
talk to
Gayu
each
and
other.
Fahim. I will not be talking to her, so don't talk to me.
I wasn't
Guys,
going to
Talk to my
anyway.
hand.
this
Clearly not grown, but anyway.
Okay, so how's the week been, guys?
this reminds me of my parents fighting when I was small.
Same.
Your mom was always right, wasn't she?
Yeah, I love
I
my
will send this. I will send this script to
Shout
your
out to
dad.
Fahim's
bro. I'll send this script to your dad.
I think he'll also say the same thing.
So what do you
Okay.
guys get up to this past week?
I was traveling quite a bit, but I think the highlight was watching Rocky or Rani ki Prem Kahani.
I went into like wanting to hate the movie,
I have no idea what that is.
but
Whose movie
you'll
is that?
see.
Have you seen any Hindi movie ever?
Yeah, I've seen like a few Aamir Khan movies. That guy's the goat.
Which ones?
Dangal, Tare Zameen Par, PK, all the bangers. Man, Tare Zameen Par, oof.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I
What are
did.
you? 5 years old when it released?
Yeah, something like that, bro. But fuck,
You
I
could
was.
personally relate.
Are you calling me retarded?
No, I will personally
He
relate. to
wasn't
Aamir Khan.
retarded. He had dyslexia.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
not use that.
Oh my God.
I was five.
We have a clip.
But now
we
you're
have a
not.
clip.
No, I watched him when I was five. I don't remember. Like he was good at
So
painting
you
and
think
shit.
dyslexia is
No,
Don't-
the
bro,
art.
I'm
don't.
meditating
As a
today.
doctor.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
You put the word in your mouth.
I'm literally acting like the censor board now.
Okay, Rocky or Rani.
So it's like basically like the most
Wait, whose movie is it first of all?
Karan
Karan
Johar.
Johar.
Actors are Ranveer Singh and Alia Bhatt. You know them?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's basically
bad.
Karan Johar.
Wait, they're married,
kind
right?
of-
Oh no, wait.
Not-
sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry. No.
That
That's
is
the other
Ranbir Kapoor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Ranbir.
With
Yeah.
a B. This is
A
Ranveer
V.
with a V.
No, I said they're married, not to each other.
Ah, okay. Smart.
Okay.
Who's Ranveer Singh married
No,
to?
I know Ranveer Singh. He's crazy, bro. Have you seen that clip of when he went to America for the NBA thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was,
You know what?
it
I
hurt
disagree
me.
with you there.
Bro, he was embarrassing all of us,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I see. That's
I
not
don't
my
think he
opinion.
embarrassed,
I don't
yeah.
think. Yeah, so any time
Giannis, you're
Ranveer
the
Singh.
top of the top, man. From the pop to the pops, to the rock to the rocks. Yo,
Anytime-
man, we
I've
respect.
still not seen it like fully. I've not
anytime-
completed watching it.
Anytime Ranveer posts a video from when he goes to the US or UAE or anywhere, Indians in this comment section just go like shit on him all the time. But I just feel like it's jealousy.
Yeah, I don't think he embarrassed us at
Because
all.
you're never meeting Janice anyway, or sitting in a room with Nicky Jam. So
Yeah, I would have done a better job, bro. I would have given them like butter chicken and shit.
That's what you think.
That would have been.
Okay.
Bro, no,
Your
you guys
first-
just-
your
you guys-
first
you have to
episode
give-
of this podcast, did you see how nervous you were?
I feel like you have to give credit to the guy for reaching all these places from like nowhere.
I mean, there's no hate about him reaching places.
Just play that video, Balu. Just play that video of him. I forgot what he said. There was some. He spoke to everyone, and man,
It's basically Hassan Minaj making fun of him.
yeah, Hassan was
You guys think about all four, like both Ranveers, I think, Ranveer and Ranveer, they're all in open relationships, right? So do you think they all...
How do you
Who
know
said
this?
This is like a huge thing. Ranveer Singh and
What?
Divya Padukone are in an open relationship.
Wait, no, where?
Said who?
Who's your
Yeah,
source?
No,
this
like,
is all
everyone-
alleged.
Source,
It's
source,
called
trust me, bro.
alleged.
Okay,
Source,
okay.
wallahi.
Let's assume...
Rumor.
So
No, no.
trust me, bro.
This is not a gossip podcast. This is a very well researched and put together professional
This
podcast.
is why Aryan's not on the podcast anymore.
Because he shat on the humanities kid. A humanities kid would have never said that.
Trying hard to be cancelled again.
Okay.
He's
so-
googling this as we speak. Okay, but speaking about open relationships, okay,
No. Why don't we like finish this? Why do we fact check this?
Fahim wasn't allowed you to talk about any kind of relationship.
Okay, no. Ranveer Singh. Okay, eccentric guy. New movie. What about it?
I really liked it. So it was like a Karan Johar movie, which is basically just glamorous, big, romantic.
But this time
Dancing.
self-aware.
I feel like he went overboard with the
Yeah, but
self-awareness.
it was like self-aware. Like
It's
the
like
movie
wo-
was
was it like
making
woke?
fun of itself also.
Yeah, it was woke in every scene, which and with different topics, so it didn't really make sense.
It's
to
like
me.
a 1 minute scene will have 5 woke topics.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I really liked the movie because of like the romance. But for me, no one can beat Shah Rukh Khan when it comes to this space. And I really like Ranveer Singh, but I just couldn't like not picture Shah Rukh Khan doing a better job at this.
Oh, Shah Rukh Khan in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Have you seen Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum?
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Have you watched any Shah Rukh Khan movie?
Kal Ho Na Ho.
I
something?
watched Love You Zindagi. Banner.
That's Dear
Dear
Zindagi,
Zindagi,
but
bro.
no.
Love You Zindagi. The sequel.
That's
No,
the
so
song.
I was like a sperm when he was doing the classic shit. So I never like went back and watched it.
Oh, you not seen Godfather and all of that?
No, yeah. So English, like I watch English movies, but I'm not
You
a
saw
Bollywood
Tare
fan
Zameen
like
Par,
that.
no?
Yeah, so I was alive when it was released, which is why I
fine.
watched with my parents. I'm an Aamir Khan fan, bro. Like, yes,
American.
That's because you've not seen Shah
Aamir-
Rukh Khan stuff.
but like I feel like the scripts he chooses like is really good. Like it's like Bollywood movies. There's a cliche that it's
What's
all
your
like
favorite Aamir Khan
nonsensical.
dialogue?
Dialogue?
Yeah.
Aati
All
kya
kids are
khandala?
special.
Does he actually say that?
In Hindi, I'm sure he does.
Oh,
Wait, who was he in Tare Zameen Par? He was a
He
student.
was a
was the
teacher.
teacher, bro. He
Oh,
The student had the issue.
yeah, dyslexia.
Was it dyslexia? Yeah, it
Yeah,
was,
it was dyslexia. That's when everybody started diagnosing themselves with dyslexia to get extra 30 minutes
Oh,
by
yeah,
writing
yeah.
papers. It was really sad.
Yeah, and board
but
exams used to have extra 30 minutes if you were.
I had 30 minutes less. I would sleep the first 30
I was
minutes.
like, I don't need this time.
So in the reading time, you were already planning your answers.
I was out cold. First 30 minutes was a nap for me.
Everybody
only
else is
had-
playing catch up.
What did I have?
No, so I met my friend the other day and he was my junior from school and he was my exam partner. So they pair a senior and a junior together, right? He was telling all of us like during school, I'd finish up my answers so quick that I'd have time to help him with his answers to pass.
So this is a flexing
Yeah, it's
section
Yeah.
of the
Wait,
podcast.
I don't understand. What do you mean they pair a senior and a junior
Like
together?
as exam
help each
partners,
other.
like you'd sit next to a junior.
I have never had this.
Even my
Yeah,
school
yeah,
had
in our
single
it.
school
tables?
had, yeah.
I have never had this.
So the big
It was
cumulative
a lot
exam
of
and
fun,
stuff,
bro.
you're
I had my
sitting
friend.
with like.
Yeah, he was my
Yeah.
friend as
But
well.
isn't
so
that
it was
like
nice.
some form of cheating if you're helping someone in
Yeah,
an
yeah.
exam?
I wasn't
I
supposed
mean,
to do
it
it. I
is
just
a
did.
form of cheating, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, no one. I mean, like, wow.
Speaking of cheating,
Have you ever cheated on your significant other?
no, I never cheat.
Segue.
Exams or relationships, I don't. Because I'm a loyal, committed boyfriend when I'm in a relationship.
Listen, this
Why you-
podcast
why
is
you
about
looking at
us being
Sharan?
truthful also.
So you're dating someone.
No, I'm not. I feel like the years 20 to 25 should really focus on your own
Why are you
journey
shivering?
and
Why
focus
are you
on
sweating?
spirituality and
Why
like your
you-
career,
Self-growth.
finding
The
yourself
girls you text are watching this.
and go on that journey. No, I don't text girls.
Girls text you.
You
Do
only-
girls text you?
Hey, cut this out, Balu.
Okay, what is your funniest dating story? Or like, I don't know, anything to do with.
Or a funny dating story you heard.
Of other people.
So my first girlfriend was at the age of when I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
What's at the
Okay.
age?
not the age of 8th. Yeah, 8th grade. That was because until then I would always be the type of guy who was like, oh, girls.
Oh, fuck, you
nasty.
and I used to be like, boys versus
they're
girls.
cooties, bro. Bro, in 6th grade we would have like girls versus guys, like
I think that's a natural, like,
yeah, and it was also like my flirting mechanism, right? Like if you like a girl, you annoy her a bit more.
yeah.
But also like
It's not just yours, huh?
that girl was genuinely annoying. So I thought like I'd never be able to get along with a girl and like date a girl because I was like, boys are so much better. Like I'd just marry my best friend.
Fahim Tate coming out.
No, but then 8th grade it all changed, bro.
Hormones
Okay,
keep
What
What
did
do
you
you
see
see?
for the
No,
first
so
time?
we had
that-
this. Our school took us to the final of the Aamir Cup, so it's like the ISL final in Doha. And me and my best friend at the time, he's a very good-looking, charming guy. You guys have all met him, Zayn.
Zayn.
Zayn, yeah.
And we didn't have space with our batchmates, so we had to go up and sit next to the seniors. And bro, there was this one senior. Her eyes, her smile. I was in love. Okay.
I feel like you're still in love.
I was hooked, right? But then I never liked a girl before or like told a girl I liked them. So I would just talk to her as a friend. And then Zayn went and dated her, broke up with her, and broke up with her in
You
5
got
days.
cucked.
And then I
Were you
heard her-
there for her when she was?
Yeah, I heard her talking about Zayn for the next 6 months. I was the shoulder to cry on. And then eventually she gave me a chance. But it was obvious she was always in love with Zayn. So I broke up with her and then she got back with Zayn.
Fahim, do you want
How's
some?
it coming down?
This therapy.
This wasn't a funny relationship story by
I
any
said
means.
funny, not sad.
Yeah,
It
so I
could
got
be
played.
sad
And that
also.
was my origin story. No,
Now what?
Now
You're a
what?
bad boy.
no, now I don't date. I focus on my education.
Education.
No, but so this was a middle school relationship. So we would,
Anything funny happened in high school, bro?
no, we would text. We would text all the time, right? On Facebook, we would talk for hours and hours and hours. And then in school, when I see her, bro, we'd walk past each other. Like we were so embarrassed
Shady.
to talk to each other
She
in
was
person.
ashamed of you, bro.
No, I was so nervous to talk to
No,
a girl.
the thing is, after you've been seen with Zayn, you don't want to be.
Yeah. Okay. So Sharan, what age? What age?
Do we have 3 hours?
We have to put up a photo of Zayn now for people to understand context.
Shout out Zayn, man.
No, but if you're going to speak, then we'll need like 2 hours of podcast time. Because
Okay.
that's a
Give us-
Karan
give us,
Johar
like-
movie on itself.
Please don't insult Karan Johar movies. Please.
I mean, it's Karan Johar.
Balance the sadness out with something funny. What's a funny story you have? While I sit here and I'll message you. Right now.
He's like, which one do I pick?
Funny story. I mean, funny story. I don't know if they are funny, but I think the first time I ever told a girl that I like her, like that was the worst day because she was my classmate, and I had a very close friend of mine called
This is
Anaf
where?
in Moscow. So I had a very close friend called Anaf, who was my 1 year junior, but he was very advanced in terms of like telling girls he likes them and stuff.
He had balls.
Yeah, he had balls basically. And we were in 7th grade. And I liked this girl and I liked her for a long time. And everybody knew I liked her. And people thought that she liked me too, but we weren't sure. But so I was happy with that. I was like, I definitely like her. I think she likes me. That's enough. I don't need to like speak
I just
about
need
it.
the validation.
Yeah. But Anaf is like, bro, you are not dating her and you guys are not boyfriend and girlfriend if you don't tell her. And the guy has to always tell the girl, is what he said. So, yes, in 7th standard, we were so woke back then. And then, so I was like, he's like, you have to ask her out. I was like, but I don't want to go anywhere outside with her. Like, what do you mean ask her out? so he's like, no, not ask her out like that. Like, ask her out. Like, would you be my girlfriend or whatever? And I didn't have the balls to say that to her face. So at 3:30, the school gets over. So we all go down and we like, some people go by bus, like the school bus, and some people go by cars. So she used to go by car. So on a really tiny piece of paper, I said, so I initially wrote, I like you. And then Anaf asked me to see the paper. And Anaf is like, what the fuck is I like you? You have to change it to I love you.
You need to be intense.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, are you
Wait,
sure about this?
how old are you?
I was in the 7th. So
Oh.
13, 12. Yeah. And then, okay, we changed it to I love you. So when he said I change it to I
Imagine
like
the
you.
discussions in the
No.
7th grade class.
Yeah, like or love?
No, so when I said I like you, so he's like, you have to change it to love. So I cut that and I said, he's like, bastard, she will see the like. So we found a new piece of paper. And the piece of paper is this small, okay? And so usually after school, we go down and we stand with each other and we just talk before everybody goes and gets into their cars and goes, or the bus goes. So we all sat and spoke, and then right before she got into the car, like she was already in the car, and I said, "Give me a second." So she pulled the window down, and I gave her the piece of paper. Then she left, and I didn't know till like the next day, and she didn't tell me anything the next day. And then in the last period, she's like, "Even I like you." So I was like,
She didn't say love though.
She didn't say
She
love.
didn't say love. She was smart.
so that was fucking scary.
And then what happened after that?
And nothing. What do you do with 7th grade?
I
Nothing.
like you.
I like you. Yeah. Yes.
Wait, you
High
guys
five.
went on dates and stuff?
No.
Into the cafeteria.
Hey, do you want to hold
6
hands?
months later. 6 months later, so I changed schools after that. But I really missed her. So when I came back for holidays, so that time I was studying in India, then I came back to Russia for holidays. So I called her and I said, so I still liked her. So I called her and I was like, hi. She's like, yeah, Sharan, what do you want? I had nothing to say. I was like, what do you mean, what do you want? Like, we're gonna have a conversation. But she was like that. So yeah.
Nice.
Now both Fahim and me are sad.
Okay, please tell a funny story.
Yeah, I don't think they got the brief. So I was always the kind of person who was like, I'm not going to date. I was like, I'm going to study. My parents have given me so much freedom. I don't need to date anyone, blah, blah, blah. So no matter who would ask me out, I'd just be like, no.
Against
Okay?
my morals.
Yeah, it's against my morals.
Haram.
I'm going to study. I have like bigger plans in life. It's all a distraction.
You
to
guys
the
are
point,
stupid.
to the point I would make sure my friends are also not dating.
Oh.
Be like, no, you shouldn't concentrate on your work. Like
The
that's
fuck,
so,
she was that friend
The
that
tyrant.
is a cock block.
Yeah.
You're trying to pick up the hot girl and the
Till-
other friend comes.
till I started dating. Post which it was just dating.
Was that in high school?
Yeah, I think I started dating after my 10th standard. That didn't last too long, like a month or two. That also, it began with me saying, no, I don't want to like date.
School or inter-school?
Into school. And then I was like, I want to date. But then I saw how like bad the person felt. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just do it. And so then after that, I was like, okay, now that I've broken it, I might as well like continue.
Now that I smoked one
She got a
cigarette.
taste of cocaine.
Yeah. And then, so there was this once when I was in 11th standard, and this one this person who was a really close friend of mine, ended up liking me. And I was like, I didn't really like him, but I was like, whatever. But I would never go out with him, okay? I never had plans of dating this person. And then one day we're all hanging out in his house, okay? So it's this person, one of my best friends from school, and like some other like random people. The random people left, and then it was just the three of us, okay? This person who asked me out, my best friend, and me.
This is in whose place? Your place?
No, in the person who asked me out. Let's name him Rock.
X.
Okay? So Rock is... We're in Rock's house. With
This is a Netflix show all of a sudden. Rock.
I can't. X doesn't sound good. I don't consider...
Okay, Rocky.
Rocky. Okay. So we were in Rocky's house. My best friend is there and I'm there. And my best friend is having a panic attack, okay? Like he was literally in the hospital the next day. And I had to reach home for some work. And so Rocky is dropping me to like catch an auto or something. And so you know how the auto makes sound, right? Like it's... And as it is, I'm like a little hard of hearing. So Rocky has asked me out.
Wait, in the auto?
I'm in the auto. He's outside.
Oh.
And Rocky has asked me out, okay? I have heard text me when you reach home. So I've said, yeah. But he has asked me out. And I didn't realize. So yeah, I ended up
By accident
dating this person. And I only realized when I went home, I was like, you know what? It doesn't make sense.
It's like the Laurel and...
You
what
go to
was-
sleep, he's like, I love you, baby. Huh? What?
It was quite literally like that.
This is your funny story, but his sad story.
That's why he's not on this podcast.
Think about it.
But anyway, so it was, I had to date this person. But luckily, it was just like
How
long? 3 months. But it was over like...
Because
That's a long-
of hearing loss.
Adjustment.
But you know, we had like 1 month of like school holidays and
yeah.
stuff. So you don't really have
You
to
don't
see
have to
this
see.
person.
Actually, they're still dating. He said, I'm
But
breaking up, but she didn't hear it.
Dude, this has happened to me so many times, okay? Like in Xavier's, once I was dating this guy. We can name him Nigel because I don't really care. But
Is that his
Sorry,
actual name?
Nigel.
Okay, you didn't name him. His parents named
Apologies
him.
to Nigel.
but I don't care anymore. So, okay,
Send this to a Nigel you know.
make it reach the correct one. But anyway, so this guy I dated for like 14 days, okay? Because I don't know.
Whoa.
Someone, my best friend from then had convinced me that I liked this guy and then he was like really good for me and blah, blah, blah. And I was at this phase where I was not like interested in like dating anyone. I just wanted to have fun. So I'm dating this guy and for those 14 days, I was never sober.
But like he asked you out.
Yeah, he asked me out and everything. And I was never sober because I knew the minute I'm sober, I won't be able to like
Have a conversation with him.
have a conversation with him and be in a relationship with him.
So it is
I
like
was-
glug, hi baby.
yeah, basically. And then the one day I was sober is the day I broke up with him. So basically, this was when I was in Xavier's, and you know, after classes you have a lot of time, so you know you want
Sunlight.
to like go get like coffee or whatever. This guy wanted to go get a haircut. And he's in BMS, I'm in EcoStats, okay? Now, EcoStats is a hectic course. So I have like work to catch up on and stuff. And Xavier's is like school. So every like quarter, you have like a multitude of exams. So you're constantly like prepping. And he's like, I have to go for a haircut, come with me. I was like, what am I going to do? I'm like, not going to look at you,
Bro,
like cut your hair.
Once you take your girl to the haircut, that's when you know shit's real.
No, so-
he saw potential in you.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
but the
that's-
alcohol
he
was
saw
there.
alcohol.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, yeah, come for the fucking haircut.
Flask, glug, glug, glug.
So then I was like, listen, I can't come. But then he got really upset. I was like, fuck it. I don't want any drama. I'm just going to go. I'll probably read whatever my notes are and stuff while he's getting a haircut.
Oh, you're there now?
No. We're fighting at this point, okay?
Oh.
Like, he's like, come, why can't you spend time with me and X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I have work. Like, I want to study and I want to like catch up on my assignments and everything. And then I was like, at a point when I was like, I don't want drama. I'm just going to go. He's like, no, I don't want you to exaggerate yourself. And I was like, did you mean exert? And that was it. I took a turn and I left.
English wasn't his
Even-
first language, dude. You
I'm
should have
sorry.
conversed
He was
with him in
Portuguese or
Hindi or
something.
something.
Nigel.
F's in the chat for Nigel.
Okay, guys.
But all these stories so far, the girl always wins.
Yeah, bro.
No, not my story.
Okay, let's go.
Thank God.
Sad story number 3.
Guys, this is not
No one got
a
the
sad
memo.
story thing. Be
No,
funny.
this is my origin story. Okay, like I was in 8th standard and I decided to ask
You
the
didn't
boy
know
out.
this
Go.
story.
Any trigger warnings?
Then
we
tell
should
me,
give?
I will tell you what my origin story is. Y'all have all made
No, we need-
everybody give you sympathy and I look like the bitch over here.
We need balance. You bring balance.
Wow. It's like I was set
Sad
up for
story
this.
or
The story.
Say
The story you
whatever
had
you
on
want.
you.
Whatever
now.
story you want.
okay, this is my like first time I had like a proper crush on a guy. I was in 8th or 7th or 8th, I don't remember exactly. But he was 1 year senior to me. And I convinced myself that I wanted to marry him. And I told all my friends, like, dude, I really like this guy. Like, somebody, like, you know, link us. Because the thing is, my friend, like, at least 2 friends at the time were dating 2 people in their batch, like 1 year senior. So, only one of our friend at the time had like a mobile phone. And we all went to my terrace. It was like 5 of us on my terrace. And this girl had like told her boyfriend at the time, hey, like call this guy. And they were all like in one guy's house.
Must have been so hard to hang out back then, huh?
It was, well, anyway. Back then means it's not the 70s. Anyway, so I was like nervous, but I was also like excited to be like, oh, I want to tell this guy I like him. And then we are on loudspeaker, they're on loudspeaker. And
My God, it's like some conference call.
yeah. And then, because I couldn't do it on land phone because my parents were done. So,
They could listen to the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah, because they're like, they're always in the area, right? So, like, you can't do anything but. And then there were a lot of like giggling, hee hee ha ha from both sides.
Yeah.
Then finally, I'm like, guys, I need to say something. And then, like, both sides went silent. And I was like, hey, the guy's name, I really like you. And then it was like 5 seconds silent. It felt like 5 minutes. And they all burst out
Oh
laughing.
my God, that is sad.
And no, it
Wait.
gets worse. He's like, I didn't even know you were a girl. Haha, never. Cuts the call.
What?
Trauma.
How did you have the balls to do it in front of
He
everyone?
didn't have balls.
I just,
But he didn't know that.
he thought so. Exactly.
But damn, when you guys were in middle school, all you had were those
Dude.
Nokias.
I got
Landlines.
my first phone when I was in 11th standard.
No, but you guys, when you were in middle school and shit, you guys didn't have smartphones, right? It was
No.
like, tuck,
We
tuck,
didn't.
tuck. So how did you like text the
MSN,
I
dude.
remember-
I didn't have a phone
I
for the
remember,
longest
so
time.
my cousin, she's a girl. She wanted to talk to this guy who she really likes. So like they were dating. So this is in choice. So, but the most fucked up thing about not having mobile phones is you have to call the landline. So back in that time, like
Millennial struggles,
yeah,
guys.
early 2000s, if a girl is calling a guy's house or a guy is calling a girl's house, anybody can pick up the call. But if a girl is calling a guy, it means they are together for sure. There's no there's nothing else. So she's like, you call the guy. Okay? And then when he picks up, you give the phone to me. If his mom picks up, then you speak to the mom, say you're a classmate. So I called. And there's somebody all of you know. So I wasn't prepared. So I called and the mom picked up. And the mom is kind of scary.
Name drop the guy. It's the guy.
His name is Zach. So,
Yeah, I know this.
so I called and auntie picked up. Auntie is like, hi. So I said, hello, auntie. Can I speak to Zach, please? So auntie is like, yeah, who's this? And she didn't think of anything. She just wanted to know who it was. I was like, Shahrukh. She's like, oh, okay. Which class are you? And I don't know which class. I know he's Appu's senior. I don't know which class. I was like,
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
I was like, sir. And Appu is standing right next to me. And Appu doesn't know what's going on. And then I gave the phone to Appu. Auntie wants it. My cousin wants to speak to you.
Oh my God.
I gave the phone to Appu. And I think Auntie blasted her saying, she blasted her saying, why couldn't you just be honest? Like, why do you have to play all this elaborate thing? And yeah, it's pretty. So landlines are the worst.
No, so
but
I was.
did she get through him?
No, she didn't get through him. And like, I feel like back then, everything was related to parents. I remember I used to have the biggest crush on one girl, and she used to live in the same building I was living in. This is in India, okay? So, and I'm very close to my uncle. So I told my uncle, I really like this girl, and she's a family friend. So my uncle knows her dad also, okay? So she goes to a different school. So I told my uncle, I want to go see her, and she doesn't even like me. She just sees me as like one guy who's there in the building. But like we say hi, whatever, whenever we meet each other on the lift and stuff. So that was like the lift meeting, that her in the lift and saying hi was the biggest thing. So before she goes to school, I wanted to say hi to her. So I told my uncle, let's go stand downstairs.
Oh my God.
Let's go stand downstairs. We'll say hi to her and then she'll go, and then my class starts like half an hour later. So I only have to leave half an hour later. So he's super supportive. So he said, yeah, the best uncle. So he said, yes, I will come with you. So my uncle is here and I am here. Okay. And we're talking to each other, waiting for her to come down. And
But your uncle knew you were going to meet the girl.
yeah, my uncle knew everything. My uncle knew that I wanted to say hi and I have a crush on this girl and
Okay.
everything. She very open. So he's facing me, I'm facing him, and I can see her coming out of the building. Okay? But he can't see because he's looking at me. He's looking at the opposite direction. And right behind her, I can see her dad also.
Oh my God.
How does he look? Scary looking guy?
No, he's not a scary looking guy. I'm sure he was not scary. Like, he was not scary, but for
you, it was,
13-year-old
you're showing yourself.
Sharan, it was fucking scary. So I'm talking to my uncle, and they are coming out. And mid-conversation, I just run away. I turned around and ran
Intrusive
away.
thoughts one.
But he knew I saw something behind him. So he turned around. He's also thinking that the tiny 13-year-old girl is coming. Suddenly he looks, the father is there. Because the father has seen him from the back and he wants to say hi. He gets a shock. Then uncle says hi to my uncle. They speak first like 2 minutes and then they leave. And then he turns around and he's like, you bastard, I can't believe you let me like face this moment alone.
But back then you always I'm sure it's not the same for everybody, but you always needed like an alibi if you wanted to tell somebody that you like you needed, it was like a group effort.
Yeah, but like the elder, okay, my uncle was supportive. My grandmom was the worst. I once, for the same girl, went to Archie's once, got a card. Okay, and it was a very funny, nice card. And that was my favorite thing to do, like get cards for her. You know the cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fahim won't.
And the thing is, I can't name her. But like, for example, if her name is Gayu, my favorite thing would be to write Gayu. And for G,
Oh
gorgeous.
my God.
A,
Like
attractive.
slam book.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
slam book.
Why? Yugoslavia.
I do sunburns are hard. Innovative.
It's like a car ad now.
Innovative. Okay, so this is when I was staying with my grandmom. So I made this card, bought the card from Archie's, wrote the name
Say
down.
one letter.
Yeah, I for innovative.
I know this person.
The new Hyundai.
Okay, and while I was writing, she came into the room, saw me writing something, and I panicked. So I put it inside suddenly in one of my books. And then I went off to sleep. I knew I'd kept it there, so I went off to sleep. So Amama pretended like she didn't see anything. And I thought I had kept it in my, like I'd put it in a book in the bag. So I thought it's safe. So next day I went to school. It's not there. In the night she came, she took out the card and she left. Till today. I mean, now I can't ask her. But I have never asked her where that card went. I have never had
It's
that
like an
conversation.
unsaid.
Yeah, that card just disappeared.
Did you end up getting this girl at least?
No.
Like,
No.
another sad story.
You guys.
Can you pass me one
Time for a
bottle?
break.
Okay. Fahim, you said you wanted to say something.
No, it just seems like a lot of work for you guys when you were in middle school. Because when I was in middle school, it was peak social media, right? Facebook was popping, Instagram was popping. And I was in 8th grade. This new app comes. I mean, when I was in 6th or 7th, it came out, like called Snapchat, right? And
We
it's
know
crazy.
what Snapchat
Yeah,
is.
we know what Snapchat is, bro. We are on it.
No, but picture yourself, a horny teenager. You
no.
can send
Oh.
pictures.
I don't want to
you can
picture
send-
myself as
you
a
can
horny
send
teenager.
pictures and messages without there ever being a trace. If they screenshot, you get a notification. You can say whatever you want and they can't expose you for
Are
it.
you
You know,
Snapchat
my first experience with Snapchat, okay? So this girl, another girl I liked, she was in the US. So she's the one who told me, dude, there's this app called Snapchat. And she had to explain to me. She's like, you send a photo.
Which grade?
This is first year of college.
Oh.
Okay? You send a photo. And I was mind blown. She's like, you send a photo. You
What?
can set a
I
timer.
didn't see nudes.
No, she didn't say nudes. But she's like,
Yeah, no, pictures. I didn't say anything like
yeah.
that.
She's like, you can put 8 seconds. It'll be there for 8 seconds and then it'll disappear off your phone. I was like, oh yeah? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, fine. But in my head, I was like, screenshot. Screenshot. I'm sure she doesn't
You
know.
thought the app developers did figure that.
Bro, first photo she sent to me. It was nothing. It was just a photo of her face. I was like, screenshot. Screenshot. I screenshotted it. Next message. Why did you screenshot? I'm like, how the fuck did you know? What do you mean? How do you know? I never screenshotted.
Gee.
I never screenshotted. I don't know.
Denial.
No proof. Then she sent proof. I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm so sorry. I would never do that again.
Yeah, so great concept, right? This app. And so me and Zaim again. So Zaim is in all my relationship stories because like we were two peas in a pod. We were boys. Like we never, everything we did together. We even dated the same girls. And we were both in relationships at the same time. Deepika and Alia. Okay, let's call Deepika and Alia. Let's say I was.
Can you get better names? I
And
did wrong.
you are Ranveer and Ranveer.
No, yeah, okay, sure. My girlfriend's name is Deepika. His girlfriend's name is Alia.
So you're Ranveer.
So you're Ranveer.
No, I am
So,
me.
but the Ranveer is technically considered hotter than. Yeah.
Back
Zayn
in
is
8th
hot.
grade, he was. Okay, sure. So I was dating this girl for 2 months, and he was also like we both similar time period, and Deepika was an 8th grade beauty. Like I don't know if I
Deepika
can
is
say
your
it.
girlfriend or his?
Yeah.
Deepika's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was beautiful. She was gorgeous, right? And I was like low-key always surprised that I got her. So I wanted to always like put in my best work. Always like make her happy, do
What do you
whatever
mean
she
got her?
wanted.
What
Like
do you
got
like?
to be in a
Like she was
relationship.
out of his league, kind of,
Oh.
and then
Yeah, like
He was instigating.
I was in 8th grade. I was new to this, right? I was in 9th, I
Yeah,
think.
don't even get her, bro. You. Like,
We were dating. Okay.
okay, go on with the story.
And then, like, the vibes are good, but it's long distance, right? 9th is when I came to India. She's back in Doha. And one day she's like, Fahim,
In that voice.
I'm sick of just seeing your face.
Oh my
And
god.
then I was like, oh yeah, like, what do you want to see my arms? Like, my finger? I have nice fingers. And then she's like, no, can you send me a shirtless picture?
Oh my god.
My heart is beating, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, babe, sure, why not? My mom's calling me right now, but I'll get to this.
And then you went straight to the
Brown
gym.
boys with
And
abs.
then I'm like, fuck, okay, I've never done this before. I don't know what angles to it. I've never even worked out then. I would just play football. So I wasn't like, I didn't have a nice body or anything. And I go to Zaim. So Zaim and I, we
Oh
were
Oh
in
my
the
god, did you send Zaim's body to this girl?
we were in the same batch. But Zaim was 18 months older than me.
You sent Zaim's body.
He was more developed than me. And he
Oh
was
my god.
Deepika, you have Zaim's body.
No, wait, there's more to this. And he was all around, like, he was more experienced when it came to this. So I was like, Zain, yo, Deepika, she wants me to send a shirtless picture. What the fuck do I do? He's like, what do you mean, bro? Just send the shirtless picture. I'm like, okay, if I could do it, I would have done it. That's why I'm coming to you. And then he's like, yeah, just like top angle lighting from the top, bro. It's all good. I'm like, no.
Wait,
it
how
won't
old
work.
were you?
9th grade.
Fuck.
And then I was like, okay, bro, you take my account details, you log in a Snapchat, you send the picture, neck below, and send it to her. He's like, bro, I can't do that. I have a girlfriend. Like, it's fucked up. It's cheating. I'm like, no, it's not cheating. You're doing this for me. You're doing a favor for me. It's not cheating. Alia never needs to know. Alia doesn't need to know. Like, bro, but it's so wrong. Like,
Sounds
but
very
Deepika's kind of
Ranveer,
cute.
like.
So, like, okay. And I was like, okay, so these are my details. And it's game time, right? I'm at home. I'm like waiting for his response to get the done, right? And then I give the account details to him and he takes the picture. And then it's been like 5-10 minutes and then he's like, done, all good. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot, bro. I owe you one. Hopefully she likes it. You've been working out, yeah? And he's like, yeah. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, bro, fuck. I sent it to Alia.
Oh my god.
So my best friend's girlfriend thought that I sent her a shirtless picture. And then it was like, there was a, like, you can attach captions to it. So it was,
Oh
What
my
was the
god.
caption?
I don't know, he sent it. And then I'm on damage control, right? Then I message her. I'm like, yo, Alia, that wasn't for you. That was for Deepika. Like,
But wait, Alia didn't recognize Ranveer's body.
no, we were in 9th grade. Like,
Okay.
we weren't there yet. And then I'm like, yo, like, yeah, that was meant for Deepika. It wasn't meant for you. So on and so forth. She's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I was a bit taken aback, but just be careful on this app, okay? Social media is dangerous.
First time Alia and Zaim hook up. He's like, wait a minute.
You lied to me.
Wait a minute.
No. So then Zaim and Alia are still going kind of strong. And 6 months in, they do this middle school thing of exchanging passwords. And then he reads Alia's chat with a friend. And Alia is saying to her friend, Fahim sent me
Oh my
Fahim
God.
sent me a picture once. And the girl's like, oh, Fahim, how was it? She was like, it was mediocre.
Oh my god.
And this whole story wasn't about shirtless pictures, guys. I think you can fill in the blanks.
He just wanted to get back
I
at
thought we
Zaim.
filled it.
We're cutting this entire part out. There's no Zaim slander on this podcast.
9th grade. We moved on from there.
So Deepika never got a photo. Deepika was just
Oh,
waiting there.
the best part is, I was doing damage control with Alia, and 30 minutes later, Deepika's like, where is my picture?
She had a priorities, right?
I was like, no more pictures, I'm done.
But I mean, like how Sharan used to write cards and like how Amuma like sort of took it away and all of that. I feel like I've also gone through so much like parental control over what is being done at home.
As in you got caught?
I mean, not caught as such, but I used to journal and stuff, and we used to have these lock journals. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's a diary which comes with
Like
a
a
tiny
hard lock or like
There's a
a
key
normal,
and
yeah.
everything. I was like, this is so secure. I can write whatever I want. No one will know. So I used to write, and like I would write about my crushes and who I liked, why I liked them, blah blah blah, and I would lock it and I would keep it.
With the key next to it?
No, I would keep the key with me and stuff, but those locks are like piddly locks.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
can
can
just
just
break it
open
open.
it
Yeah.
like this and lock it back. I didn't know that. So, like, I would write something and then the next week I would just go to write something else. Then this one week, I can see there are literal grammar and spelling corrections in my diary. My mom has read everything. And I may have written something like, I don't like this person because they did this or that. And my mom's corrected saying, you should never not like a person.
She corrected her and her grammar.
It's a Google Doc.
So my grammar has been corrected, my spellings have been corrected,
My morals
thoughts
have
have been corrected. I'm like, wow. I was shattered. I was like, there's nothing safe anymore.
insane.
But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how like things have changed now. Like, cause like now that like having your phone and like everything is so secure, you can just like keep I mean, at least I hope so.
But have you guys ever shared passwords in a relationship? Is that something
I've
you've
never
done?
done that. I've never
I
asked
have.
for passwords. I've never shared
I've done
my
that
password.
once, but it was the worst. Dude, because sometimes your status, like on Facebook, I would have a new status and I would have comments on it. But it's just this, it's my girlfriend putting up a status. or
Okay, but
putting
what
up-
about just like having the password for like
Oh, you don't do anything. but you-
monitoring?
Why
Do
would
you
you
agree
want
with
the
that in a
password?
relationship?
Why would you want the password if you like?
Yeah, right before I gave the password, I messaged everybody saying I'm giving passwords.
That's it, true.
Everybody.
Just girls or guys?
Guys, everybody.
But I still don't remember why we did it at the time. It was just like,
What
oh,
do you mean?
want
At
my
the time,
account?
I still do it.
I don't
Give me
know.
a
I never.
password.
Like all my previous relationships, I have never asked for their like social passwords. Neither have I given mine.
No, this wasn't
Maybe-
like a insecure thing. But it's also how I found out he cheated on me.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
why you
see-
share passwords.
No, a lot of people find out. I just like for me, it's like I'm not interested in knowing.
In finding out,
I mean, I don't care. Like if you want to do something,
I didn't want to find out.
See, for me, it's very clear. Like if you like fucked around, it's going to come out one day or the other. So either you confess or like it'll come out. Like there is no way you can hide
but
something like
wouldn't
this.
you want to know like ASAP?
No,
Rocky.
I'm if I'm happy in life and it's happening, okay. But eventually, when it comes out, it'll be it.
But then it's like you're wasting time. That's why I like
I
having
mean, so what are you
passwords
gonna?
Wait,
What
yeah,
is the
I'm-
I'm gonna surveil
2
every
a.m.,
move of
I'm,
theirs?
I'm up there.
That's just
logged in,
unhealthy. I feel
So
going
you,
through every chat, every reaction,
that's
every
so
like.
unhealthy. That's
Yeah.
they
sick.
also know that you have the password, so they're not going to say anything. incriminating.
Hypothetically.
That's how Sharan operates. He knows
they're
you have the
not
No, but they
password.
slip up sometimes.
No, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no point
slipped
in
up.
monitoring. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
stupid. Like, and I've done long distance with like someone for like 5 years, dude. I still don't know what his phone
Have you ever
passcode
cheated?
is. Huh?
Have you ever cheated?
You should ask
We're going
him.
for a short break.
I mean, define cheating.
That's true.
Define cheating. That's true. One cheater to one.
But yeah. But
Have you
I
been cheated
don't-
on?
Yeah.
How many times?
I mean, I know.
What is this? This is the Super Bowl.
How many times?
Hey,
That's
I've
true.
been cheated on multiple times.
No, I know
It happens.
One of my exes cheated on me, and I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to answer me?
I have never been cheated on. I have.
You've been a cheaty.
When I'm young, sure,
When
I've
I'm
been
young.
When I'm young.
unfaithful in relationships, but that's because I was young and dumb and figuring myself out. But the thing is, I didn't even get caught, I think, because I was just really good at covering it up. And my friends,
This is again a flex.
no, my friends were all involved in it. So let's, like, my closest friend here, like Mario. So if my girlfriend at the time was like suspect about something,
Let's name her Katrina.
Katrina.
This is
yeah.
like Bollywood Central now.
So Katrina would like if like there was if she heard something from the grapevines and she couldn't come to me because I denied, she'd go to like someone else, right? And she would call Mario, and then Mario would never pick up. Mario would wait for it to ring, and if she called on normal call, he'll call me on WhatsApp. Be like, yo, Katrina's calling me. Did you fuck up? Did you do anything? What should I say? Okay, that's the story. Okay, got it.
And you have some great friends.
He never slipped up. And once we did this, like, so I was with my girl and we just want to test it out, right? So we called like my friends saying, like, so she called Mario and like, yo, Fahim isn't picking up right now. Like, I have no idea where he is. Like, do you know what he's up to? Mario's like, oh yeah, he's with me. You don't know what to do. He calls me the next second. Girl picks up. She's like, fuck you. But Eldo on the other hand, that dude can't lie at all. Okay, so he calls Eldo.
He's too
Is
powerful.
Fahim with you? Eldo's like, Fahim? No,
I
Fahim
don't
not
know
even-
famous.
Fahim? I don't know, dude.
I don't know for you.
Who's Fahim?
He's capable of saying that.
Now that when this podcast episode comes out, they'll never call Mario, dude. They'll kill
It's
him
fine.
off.
Yeah, you're.
Maybe Mario's Eldo, Eldo's Mario. This is 3D
It's like
chess.
your girlfriend won't trust you or your friends.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of know who to trust and who not to trust now. Like they never trust Sharan.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
I don't think anybody trusts Sharan here.
Yeah.
It's not just your
haven't done
friends.
anything.
No one will define him. If Sharan had a T in his name, the T would not stand for trustworthy.
Sharan, so what's your dummy's guide to cheating and not getting caught?
Just keep doing it. Keep at it. That's all.
I wouldn't know, man. I've never cheated, so.
Oh my god. Again, like this podcast, we're not supposed to be lying.
There's only so much you can do.
I'm sure you've
Go
been
on.
caught for something like this sometime. Everyone's being honest here. It's time for you to.
I've been caught way too many. It's usually
Louder, please.
it's usually the girl's best friend can't shut her
They're
mouth.
Marios.
Yeah, they're Marios are extremely powerful. They want my head. So that's how I usually.
Cheat.
Yeah, I hope you weren't hitting on their best friends.
No, I'm sure there
I
were
am,
there were times where that was also
That has
the
also
case.
happened where I hit on one of my ex's really close friends, and we hit it off really well. Like nothing happened, and then she saved it, like our entire chat. So back, I don't know if you can do it now, but back in the day on WhatsApp, to save a chat, you can send it as an email.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can still do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she sent it as an email to her own account. And one day, my girlfriend at that time wanted to take a printout. So they were all in college, and she used that girl's email ID to take a printout. And then she saw this email.
She had actual receipts.
And it was like
It was bad.
ungood messages.
It was like you would know that there was flirting involved. And that was bad. That was fucked up.
No, but yeah, all of this cheating, especially, it's a very immature thing. And I mean, I guess we've done.
Okay,
done
guys, are you writing this down?
done stuff
People
like
are
this when we were small. But jokes aside, we don't condone cheating. I think a relationship is a beautiful thing between two individuals who are.
And more.
No, just two. I am being dead serious here. The past few years, I've actually grown a lot as a person, and a lot of people don't believe me.
Now you send your own Snapchat photos.
No, I've uninstalled Snapchat because that was step
Okay,
one.
open your phone right now. Open your
I
fucking
am
phone. Open your phone
uninstalling
right
Snapchat
now.
tonight. No, jokes
I did
aside,
not
though.
have sexual relations.
Cheating is a very
we
immature
can't
thing to
talk
do.
about
If you're not happy in the relationship, you should just communicate that with the other partner.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
other
think
partner.
so.
The third girl. The other girl.
This partner, your only partner, your
All through
Deepika,
your
Arya,
Marios.
Katrina, which one it is. Just tell them, be honest with them. It always works out better in the long run. Getting caught isn't fun. Take it from me. And
So
Sharan.
you're okay with doing it as long as you don't get caught.
No, it goes against my moral principles right
Finding out isn't fun
And I think-
as well, guys.
Yeah.
Doesn't go against your religious principles.
now. Yeah, it's not something that you'd want to do to another person that you love or loved at a point. So just put yourself in their shoes and
But what if you like two people at the same
Yeah,
time?
these
like,
shoes.
then be honest with both of them. And
Don't
Make sure they
comment.
like each other.
that's very hard.
You and you.
Stop being selfish and let go of both of them.
Let go of both of them.
Yeah.
But on Snapchat though.
One on Snapchat, one on Instagram. Well, I feel like that was good advice. Do you guys condone cheating?
No one condones
Okay,
cheating
look to the
openly.
camera and say, do not cheat.
Don't
Yeah,
do
all
drugs
my
and don't
exes.
cheat.
Don't fucking cheat again.
Yeah. What they said.
Every time someone talks about cheating, all I can think about Rachel Green's dialogues. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I mean, it's kind of
I
true though.
think that is-
I
Who
think
is
it's kind of
Rachel
true.
Green?
Friends.
Oh,
That's factually inaccurate because look at me.
We are.
And that's what. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
No, I think a person can grow and develop.
New apps.
And putting labels on a person, saying that they wouldn't change, that's just messed up. We should give room
Okay.
for a person to grow. Like, this is like cancel culture. It's
I feel like
once,
somebody's speaking from
once,
experience.
once someone makes a mistake, you just label them as that. Oh, Kevin Spacey's a pedophile. Okay, he's a pedophile.
My God.
But like people change. People
Do
grow.
you want to
So
reiterate?
you're willing to give Kevin Spacey a chance?
Maybe pedophilia is where I draw the line.
Maybe.
Do you want to backtrack?
But what do you think about cancel culture? Be honest. Don't you think it's gone like a step too far?
I think it has its benefits, but like I think it has reached a point where anybody can take, like, they use it as a weapon, and I don't think it was meant to use it as
But
a weapon.
it feels like it depends on the degree of
Yeah.
The-
I feel like if it's not
Like
such an
sexual
important
assault.
thing. Yeah, exactly. If it's not such a grave or like big issue, that person won't get cancelled either way.
No, but I feel like now it's coming down. But like last few years, there'll be very like almost
Okay,
seemingly
do you have
silly
an
issues.
instance where
but I
you
feel
think
like-
that it was wrongly used?
Like someone said the N word, and like back then there was
N-word.
huh? Oh, you want to get it? That's
Who's that?
wait.
I
Okay,
don't- I
that's a
don't
bit
know.
more serious one. We'll get into that. But like, okay, back then there was like the N word that they refer to Africans,
Yeah.
African Americans.
We know
like
the
that.
N-word.
Yeah,
N-word.
and other famous people would have said it before, and they'd go back. They'd go to their Twitter like 2012 where they'd use this
Yeah, like
word
how-
See,
and
that
they'd
I
bring
don't
it up.
agree with. Yeah, because
Exactly.
that awareness I think has slowly come about. But like bigger stuff like pedophilia and sexual
Yeah.
assault and stuff, that
Yeah.
I don't think is a joke. I mean,
Yeah, that's
That
not a
is
joke.
not
That's
like,
not a joke.
oh,
Yeah.
that
But
person can grow
like,
from
yeah,
that.
I
That
feel like
is-
it just
No,
went too far.
I
with-
think cancel culture is good. I just think people shouldn't use it as a weapon to like.
the whole point
Fuck
of
other
this
people up.
should be to like point out someone's shortcomings and give them the needed knowledge and the space to grow as a person
where
and become
that thing
better.
can be corrected.
Yeah. Maybe not pedophilia.
Yeah.
But instead of just like blaming the person or like outright labeling them as something, that like, don't attribute to malice what can be explained by incompetence, right?
God,
Why?
Fahim.
I need a dictionary just for that.
No, so don't
So what
Whoa,
is- so
he's read some legal
don't
judgments out there for
label
sure.
them as
Okay,
so
so-
and so person
so
when
wha-
it's just incompetence. It's a lack of knowledge, right?
So you think? So
No,
what
but
do you
you
think
know-
of
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein?
I told you pedophilia is where I draw the
Yeah,
line.
that's sexual assault and pedophilia.
This is like,
we said
what do you
degree.
think about the atom bomb? No, but so in the law also, being incompetent is not something that you can use as a defense.
But you can like say you're like fuck. Yeah, incompetent. No, I
No,
mean
it is on you to be aware of what is
Yeah,
happening.
no, I meant in the silly, like the stuff like I mentioned, like someone would have used a racial slur or a
You're
homophobic
talking about,
slur.
like, the past stuff.
Like the word fuck, a homophobic slur, let's say. People would use that all the time before. And like going back
That's what I'm
down.
saying.
Yeah. Stuff like that, I mean.
Yeah, but now I feel like we are all so like in touch with what is happening in the world, what is objectively right and wrong, that
But I
it's
feel like
no
that's always
longer an
evolving. Like
excuse.
there'll be a new
Yeah, but
topic like
it's
that.
on you to be aware, right now you have so much access to like news and everything. It's on you to take that extra effort because you can't constantly blame everything
Basically,
on
you're
being
saying keep up,
incompetent.
and you're
yeah.
saying don't dig up the past.
I mean, yeah, but I feel
Yeah, but
I'm not
like,
saying
for
don't
example,
dig- I'm not saying
what
dig up
happened?
the
To,
past.
what
I'm
happened to
saying-
Kevin Hart?
yeah,
With the Oscars,
what
like,
that's what
he said.
got cancelled.
Something he said like
This
I
is
never
also
let
the
my son
big-
play with dolls or like do.
Yeah.
like
This
that's
was
just
also
silly.
the beginning
Yeah.
of cancel culture.
Yeah,
That's-
and then
that's
they
really
didn't let
weird.
him host the Oscars, and he's like, I won't fucking apologize for this because
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, good. You shouldn't apologize for that. It was a funny joke.
Yeah, also he's a comedian. Also, I feel like comedians
Yeah, they should have like
get
more
affected
leeway.
by this cancel culture a lot because you have to correct your content accordingly.
Okay, but do you guys, speaking about relationships again, do you guys have like a certain set of things that are absolutely important when you're like in a long-term relationship with someone and you're looking at it as something that could possibly convert into a
Like a deal breaker and
like your absolute non-negotiables?
Yeah, just don't cheat on me again.
I mean, like for me, again, like loyalty, like trust, all of
Yeah.
that, but like being able to travel with that person.
Yeah.
Living in with the person so that
That
you
is a
can,
must,
I
yeah.
feel like that's so important, right? Because when you're dating someone and meeting them outside their houses in your house, it's a very different setting versus when you're in the comfort of your own zone and living with someone 24/7 is just
No,
not
'cause if-
something you should leave up to chance.
This also depends on the nature of your relationship, right? like if it's like a serious
That's what I'm saying.
relationship,
It's only for like serious, which would possibly convert into something
yeah,
else.
if it's a serious relationship, I feel like it's important to know how you share the space with that person
Yeah.
because you have to be living with
No,
that person at some
absolutely.
point. So traveling, things that requires like or interferes with like a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And like
No, and also you need to be compatible on these things.
Yeah,
right? Like
it's-
even I feel like physical intimacy is so important, which
Yeah,
people
obviously.
don't attribute
That's
importance
haram.
to.
That's
I know
haram.
it's haram for
Not
you,
for
but
us.
not
But
for me.
when I feel like in common interests and stuff, they don't really matter to me. I think I can
Yeah,
be
you
with
can always
someone who
build
has
on it,
different
yeah.
interests.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun actually getting to know the other person and going into their interests
No,
as
no,
well.
absolutely, yeah. Those things are
Yeah, those
workable.
are also
Yeah,
like
but
exciting,
personality
right?
traits,
in
I mean, I
relationship.
do have a list. I don't want to get too much into it. But in
Just say
general,
two.
just someone who adds value to my life, who's capable. Being with the right woman will actually it'll do wonders for you. They really
I'm so
push you.
distracted because you're scratching your heart.
No,
Yeah, being with the right woman.
It's a monkey.
Crop this out. I was adjusting my sleep. Okay, like the right woman, they really push you to be better. And in general, you can see the change that happens to your life when you really,
Yeah, when you have
that stability and that foundation.
So you both
to-
should like help each other grow. Basically.
Yeah, it's like resonance. Like both of you add to each
Add
other's
value
life,
to each other,
and
yeah.
it's great. It's a beautiful thing. Just
what
don't
what
cheat.
is yours? Like okay, say a deal breaker.
Deal breaker? I don't really have deal breakers. I think
Like it can be silly also. It doesn't
it's
have
just
to
like
be.
Cleanliness.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
hygiene
mean,
is
yeah,
the biggest
that's-
thing for
Nope.
him.
Yeah, that's.
Speaking about traveling, did you guys see
Who
the
spoke
news?
about traveling?
I spoke about traveling. Like traveling is important for me. Like I need to be able
Somebody
to travel.
segues are speaking about traveling.
I did speak about traveling. You guys aren't paying attention.
I am
But did you guys hear about the recent like news where this person got really drunk on a Delta Air?
Dude, there's a lot
Flight.
of like weird
Yeah,
episodes
off
on
late it's
airline.
been-
I don't
yeah.
understand.
No, I actually didn't. What did they
So
do?
basically, this guy got really drunk on the airlines, and he kept getting offered drinks. Also, it's
but
not
this
like
is
a
Indian
Delta Air.
oh, okay.
And he then sexually harassed and assaulted like a mother and a daughter.
What the?
Yeah, but like I feel like off late there have been like so many like episodes where people have just consumed like amounts of alcohol that lead you to do these insane things, right? Like peeing on passengers and whatnot.
I have seen that.
Like P-Gate was insane.
I don't understand this. Like being in air, people go like, "Oh, no boundaries."
Yeah, why?
I'm gonna go crazy.
Why
Yeah.
do they serve drinks in?
But
airline
I also-
flight?
Now, to ban drinks entirely
No, I mean
is
in a
unfair.
flight,
like
is
a
it
limit
necessary?
at least,
Like you
right?
can't
Should
smoke
be
a
a limit,
cigarette.
yeah.
You can't
'Cause
smoke a
I've-
cigarette on a flight.
I mean, that's been
Okay,
not a
health,
thing for a while.
safety hazards, sure.
Yeah.
But why is alcohol necessary on a flight?
It's not necessary, it's
Yeah.
optional, but it's
Haram.
also on you and your, like, you should be within your limits, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm asking because I've not traveled on flights a lot, but I always assume there's like a limit to the
I
beverages
thought
that you
so
have.
as well, but I guess it doesn't.
No,
one
most-
person can get drunk on one drink also, right?
That's
most,
true.
No, most
Just-
flights they don't have a limit. Like you can order as much,
But
but
that's
if
so
you keep
reckless.
ordering or you show like behavior like this,
They
the
sort of
staff
reprimand
will
you,
be
yeah.
like, "Yo, you've had a bit too much
How
to
do you know
drink."
this?
Because I've been like next to drunk passengers, bro. And it's always the 45-year-old Mallu
But what do they
uncle.
do? Like they just like
As in-
give them warning?
No,
or?
like they'll warn you, but like you can't deny
But
them. I
people
think.
also get violent, right?
Yeah,
they,
that's
they
what-
get angry, but I just don't understand like what is going on. I mean, clearly, sorry, what is going on in your mind when you have to like
Especially
pee
a
on a
travel-
passenger?
He wanted to pee,
So
There's
it's
a
just like
washroom for it.
but he couldn't get there.
That's his problem.
I agree.
I really, if someone peed on you, Sharan, you would have murdered
Sharan,
that person.
suppose the atom bomb, child labor, peeing on passengers. What's next?
no, he'll get
What's
angry.
next?
No, I'll tell you. He'll
I'm
get
surprised.
angry. He'll get angry. It's like Shamali. According to the law, what can I do?
No, I think
I'll just say,
he
but you
just
wanted
badly
to
wanted to
pee.
pee. He badly wanted to pee. That's all.
Okay, I guess
There's
that's
asserting
that.
dominance.
Yeah, he was like, "This is my
Marking
area."
his territory.
Man, this is all Tateism.
How is this statism? He just wanted to pee. The fuck?
I don't think Andrew Tate has ever said, "Whip your dick out and pee on the passenger."
My God.
Feel like it could be.
The Jacqueline hide in you.
Man, Sharan, you gotta stop doing this, bro. Why? You're always taking the road not traveled. Stop.
Good to have another opinion. You know?
That's not even an opinion.
This is a statement.
He just wanted to pee.
That's not an opinion.
Okay, you like having hot takes. You want to talk about Benjamin Mendy?
He just wanted to pee.
I don't know anything about this, so I generally don't know.
So guys, what we think about what we think about Benjamin Mendy, we will talk about that on a different episode. Because it feels like it'll take some time.
I still don't have context, bro.
We need to prepare
Yeah, we need to.
so that we don't
we
get
have
cancelled.
a good opinion on what to say and what not to.
So, what lessons did we learn from today's podcast?
That
Cheating
Fahim
is
has
bad.
never cheated.
Cheating is bad.
Jeffrey Epstein bad?
Jeffrey Epstein,
Epstein.
bad.
Jeffrey Epstein bad.
Bad.
Kevin Spacey bad.
Kevin Spacey, bad.
Don't cheat. And then what else, guys?
That when you want to pee,
Don't
you need to
pee.
Don't be.
And shout out Zaim. Thank you for all the help.
To all the Zaims in every relationship.
Alpha, top dog.
Guys, thank you for watching this podcast. We'll be back next week. Send us like fun questions on the comments. Comment below, yeah, whatever. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Put hate comments, good comments. Don't talk about Fahim. Thank you. Bye.
Don't cheat.